The Rebel Gen 7 for the iPhone 17 Pro and iPhone 17 Pro Max looks like it does everything right. Aramid fiber, aluminum buttons, claw-style corners. But there's one thing about this case that almost ruined it for me. Give me a few minutes and I'll help you decide if this case is worth your money. Let's do this.
Starting with the back, the Gen 7 uses a rigid Aramid fiber back plate. This isn't just cosmetic. It spreads impact force instead of letting it hit your phone directly. The textured weave adds grip and resists fingerprints so it stays clean. Up top, the raised camera plateau and aluminum lens ring keep your lenses recessed and protected. The logo is engraved along the top edge, with another Rebel emblem set into a small metal button at the bottom of the back for a premium touch. The front uses aggressive claw-style corners that lift the screen away from direct impact zones. The edges taper along the sides, so swiping still feels natural. But those reinforced corners are where drops usually hit first, so that's where this extra material goes. The Gen 7 uses CNC aluminum buttons, and they look premium. But here's the thing, they're recessed, deep enough that finding them by feel takes some effort. You hear that? They click, but getting your finger to land on them without looking, that's where it gets frustrating. Same with the camera control button. The recessed design means presses and swipes don't feel as immediate as I would like. Now here's the trade-off that Rebel made. Those recessed buttons are less likely to get hit accidentally. In a pocket, in a bag, you're not triggering stuff by accident. So it's protection versus feel. Once I understood that, I stopped fighting it. But that first week, I noticed it every single time. By the way, while we're here on the sides, I noticed something else. The texture running all the way around the case gives you a really solid grip in the hand. The USB-C opening is oversized on purpose. Thicker cables and rugged connectors fit without forcing anything. No lanyard anchor points on this one, if that matters to you. On the inside, it's lined with a beautifully designed soft suede microfiber to prevent scratches. The corners have TPE shock-absorbent inserts. These compress on impact and help disperse force away from the phone. Let's do a quick flex test. Rigid enough to protect, flexible enough to absorb shock instead of transferring it. All right. Time for some table chaos. Let's see how good the drop protection of this Rebel Gen 7 case really is. Alright, let's see what we got. No damage, no marks. The co-molded Aramid fiber frame and those claw corners are doing exactly what they're supposed to. Let's test the MagSafe strength. The Gen 7 upgraded the magnets for this generation and you can feel it. The case is holding on to this pop socket with an iron grip hold. Now for the Apple puck. Let's take this Rebel case for some bungee jumping. I'm basically trying to whip this phone across the room, but that magnet is refusing to let go. Despite the reinforced construction, wireless charging works without any issues. Snaps into alignment, starts charging, done. Despite how solid this case is, it pops off and snaps back on easily. No broken nails, no phone snapped in half, no stress involved. Look, the Rebel Gen 7 is the kind of case you pick when materials, precision, and durability actually matter. It protects like a rugged case, but still feels refined enough for everyday carry. The recessed buttons threw me at first, but once you realize they're there to prevent accidental presses, it totally makes sense. If you're interested in picking up the Rebel Gen 7, I'll put a link below in the description.
If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Better yet, subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. See you next time.